Philippines attached film receives 1,500 from Y Combinator, and attached film from the Philippines has received $100 to $2,500 in funding. The firm received funding from Y Combinator, which helps startups with funding to continue in its work in developing a school where students from the Philippines would learn how to become software engineers and make a living working remotely. Attached Course Program. The Attached Frame provides a 12-week course teaching students skills required to become a software engineer. The program also focuses on teaching its students about available employment opportunities and collaborates with over 80 partner companies to help its students to transition to the working world once they are done with the course. Avian School, the attached company, revealed that it sees a hug opportunity in the US market where there are over 800,000 software engineering jobs available. On how its students are able to meet the cost of their education, the Avian School program does not ask their students for fees beforehand. The students learn for free, and after the 12-week course is over, the school finds job placement for its students, and only when hired are they required to pay for the fees. Victor Rivera, the CEO of Avian School, indicated that opportunities available in the industry are difficult to fill because of the skill shortage in the field. He added that in essence, his company was building a call center where they could bridge the gap between the available opportunities and software engineering skills. Since its launch in May, the company indicated that it had already had 7 batches of student graduates, with its graduate attracting at least 40% higher salaries compared to market value. 40% of students addicted to their smartphones. Study finds smartphones have played a significant role in keeping us connected throughout the global pandemic, which has seen many countries implementing lockdowns and other forms of restriction. In the UK, data collected from July 2020 to date showed that citizens spent 46% more time on their phones compared to the previous similar period. Both adults and children have been forced to spend a majority of their days on their screens, with students doing online classes whereas parents have been working remotely. Smartphones addiction. However, it is among students that the lockdowns have taken a toll and drove many students to smartphones addiction. A study done by King College London, which involved 4,300 participants aged between 18 to 30 years, showed that 38.9% of participants reported that they had an addiction to their smartphones. The study also determined that among those who reported that they had an addiction to smartphones, 7% also reported having sleeping problems compared to only 57% for non-addicted students. The study judged students on their inability to stay off the phone during the study and also how stressful they felt if they were unable to access their phones. It also seemed to determine if students who were addicted to their phones ignored their surrounding environment just to be on the phone. Other similar studies about smartphone addiction had also shown that people who were addicted to their phone had a hard time falling asleep, and they also got fewer hours of sleep, which meant that during the data they felt tired. The result of the study by King College London was not surprising considering the amount of time the pandemic has made available for students to be on the internet. Finding connection with loved ones has also been very difficult during the entire lockdown period, and many have turned to their smartphones as a way to keep in touch with family and friends. About the author, Calvin Maina is a computer science graduate who has previously worked for top tech companies in Kenya. He has over 5 years of experience in software engineering and hardware solutions. He enjoys reading, fictional writing, football, and swimming. Homeschooling survival tips. As lockdown looms in the UK, parents will be required to offer homeschooling guidance again after the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced that starting from January 5, schools would be closed to spread the spread of the virus. The Prime Minister indicated that the lockdown measures were necessary because of the growing cases of coronavirus in the country. With schools set to close again, parents are now preparing for another homeschooling where they will be forced to become teachers almost overnight. To avoid making the homeschooling experience more difficult than it ought to be, here are some tips that will help you during the lockdown. Follow the settled structure. Students will continue with their classes and most teachers will create daily and weekly plans for their students. As a parent, it is important to align yourself with this schedule and try to help your children whenever they face difficulties. During the studies, it is important for parents to try and mention a regular school or schedule to help children keep the routines they are used to. Exercise creativity when homeschooling. It is important for parents to encourage their children to be creative outside their schoolwork. This can be done by encouraging them to take activities such as drawing, coloring, yoga, making recipes, or working on puzzles. Outdoor activities such as jogging can also come in handy as students continue their lockdown. Connect with students. Parents should remember that connection is still an important aspect of learning. Parents should understand that they have a responsibility to ensure that their children are adjusted to the homeschooling environment and that they are remaining social throughout the lockdown. They should ensure that the children are not feeling lonely and they are participating in virtual playgrounds with their classmates. Make use of digital tools. Parents should embrace the usage of digital tools during the lockdown. They should assist the children with online platforms they are using, apps, and other online learning materials during the lockdown by Kevin Maina. Life is still going on. 6 reasons why your child should start learning a second language at an early age. One may argue that young children will feel overloaded if they learn a second language while still learning their primary one. They might also discuss how children are already overburdened with learning how to call, make friends, and play on the playground, but early childhood is the best time to learn second language because learning comes naturally at this stage. When children are young, their minds are impressionable, which allows them to be more willing to learn new things than adults. A recent study by the University of Washington News revealed that 27% of children in the USA are learning English and a second language. For those children, it is as easy as learning how to walk or eat. When it comes to selecting a new language, Spanish is a popular choice. After all, there are over 37 million Spanish speakers in the USA. The demand for this language has been rising for the past couple of decades, and even high school students are opting for Spanish as their foreign language credit. Thanks to technology, you can enroll your child in online Spanish classes or classes in any language of your choice. Now let's take a look at how learning a second language at an early age puts your child at significant advantage. Children thrive academically when they learn a second language. Perfect grades may seem good enough, but they are not enough for lofty academic achievements because of how much competition there is today. Schools, colleges, and universities constantly challenge students to adopt multiple abilities and skills. Of course, you should push your child too much. However, you should encourage and motivate them to learn new things and remain curious. That's why giving your child a head start is beneficial. Typical children between the age of 3 and 7 most quickly grasp things. Therefore, enrolling them in online language course will help them thrive academically. Children can more easily learn a new language than adults. As mentioned above, learning a second language at an early age is better because that's when their brain develops. At this stage, connection and cognitive skills are from their level of curiosity and perception enhanced so they can learn a new language quickly. Children grow up to be much more tolerant and open-minded. Children exposed to other languages generally showcase a positive attitude toward the cultures related to those languages. By learning a new language, they introduced to the world in a way that they may not have happens otherwise. Children exposed to exciting and new foreign language are less likely to develop prejudice. On the contrary, they will respect different cultures and nationalities. Moreover, such children are open to traveling and always curious to learn new things. Their career will have a high pose. When children know two or more languages, they have a highly sought after work skill. Because of this, enterprises often employ individuals who can speak a foreign language so they can connect with people from various backgrounds. As the world begins to shrink due to technology, job seekers will find that learning a second language is in high demand. Today, businesses are conducted across the globe, and stakeholders might be a native of Japan, Spain, India, or China. Knowing a second language other than one's primary and displaying an eagerness to learn more will take your child far. They will have improved self-confidence and better socializing skills. Speaking a second language can be an asset in a child's life and improve socializing skills. For instance, knowing French, English, or Spanish can make children more inclined to meet new people so they can practice conversing in that language. They will become more self-confident and try to have friends from all nationalities and backgrounds. The chance of your child making friends easily will increase greatly. If they know a new language, they will acquire better problem-solving skills. Kids learning a second language have higher creativity and problem-solving skills because their brains are constantly exercised from a young age. For instance, they need to be able to know when and where they should speak a certain language. Furthermore, such children become better at multitasking, concentrating, and planning. Wrapping up, children should enjoy their childhood, but showing them the importance of knowledge is also crucial. Knowledge can be the greatest tool and asset in their life, which can boost their self-confidence, self-esteem, and ability to achieve amazing things in life. Your child must be prepared for various challenges, and the lesson start by learning a second language.